well, I'd wanted to take the pontoon out one last time before it got really cold this weekend, but the water is so low. I just don't know if I could put it in and get it without running out of ramp. So, I mean, the water's, I don't know, it looks a good few feet low, 3-4 feet at least. So I just put it in, ran the motor. I put a fuel stabilizer in, topped off the tank. We'll see. So I'm gonna go home now and do the lower unit oil. That'll be fun, new adventure. This whole boat ownership thing is a new adventure all the time. When I got it, there weren't transom straps, so I did add these, and that's been shocking with the how much better it rides. Just making sure that the back is held down. So that's been a really good addition. Battery switch, which I'm going to crawl up there and get here in just a minute, worked great. It's been sitting for about a month and no issues, none at all. Cranked right up. It's great. Being in the rail industry, we're climbing up and down locomotives all the time, and it was always, three hands, three points of contact. So 2 feet in a hand, 2 hands in a foot, all that, climbing up into the locomotives. Climbing up this thing on dry land, I'm glad I do that, because when I let this down, this thing swings, and there have been multiple times that I'll reach for something and it swings, and if I hadn't had that other arm locked on there, it would have been bad. So I'm pulling this with a Nissan Frontier. I like smaller trucks. I mean, I would get a half ton if I needed it. This has a 6,500 pound tow rating, and the 5.5 foot bed is big enough most of the time for me. I was actually looking at the Ford Mavericks. I like small trucks, and I just don't think that would do this. This particular one is rated for like 6,300 pounds towing. It's the SL package, so it's got some more amenities and crew cab and all. The Maverick has a max 4K, so I do the math. The boat is 2,100 dry, so it's probably 2,500 with fuel and the stuff we have on there, and the steering and all of that stuff. So there's 2,500, and then 1,000 to 1,200 for the 2-axle trailer. So that's 3,500 to 3,700. That's real close to that 4,000 limit, and that's with the Maverick. I think that's for trailers with brakes, and I do not have brakes on this. I would really appreciate the better gas mileage from the Maverick and the smaller size, just zipping around, parking and stuff like that. But I think this is about the smallest truck I can actually get away with and pull this boat. So I guess I could try. Mary's Flex is 4,000 pound. It's pretty analogous as far as the way they rated it, 4,000 pounds with brakes. So I guess I could try pulling this with her Flex and see how treacherous that is, and then make my decision from there. But at this point, I still really like the Frontier, and my plan really is just do a few little modifications to it. Keep this as my truck. I got a great deal on it. I got it with only 12,000 miles. It's got 40,000 now. So, I don't know, a little lift, beefier tires. At some point I'd like to do an exhaust. I'm not super good at backing up yet. I can do it. I'm slow. I don't mind taking my time. I'd rather do that than mess stuff up. The very first time I pulled a trailer, it was in my wife's Ford Flex. It was way overloaded. It was a 2-axle trailer loaded with bounce houses, like the air up bounce houses. So I went out there, got it. I couldn't get out of 4th gear because 5th gear it wouldn't continue to pull. So I know it was way over. So I just took it slow, drove home like 40 miles an hour. It was pretty terrible. And I pull up in front of my house, and I knew I had to back it in to get it to where we could take it off, to take the stuff off the trailers. And my mother-in-law is she's standing outside smoking a cigarette. And I just knew down inside, like, I had to nail this. I had to just get it in the driveway. I just knew I had to do that. So, pull forward, I take a deep breath, hop out, I look at where I am in relation to the driveway and where I want to be. And I knew the concepts, but I'd never backed a trailer at all. So I just went for it, took my time, eased it in. I only had to pull forward one time to kind of straighten it out. I get it out, and she looks at me and she's like, "You're really good at that." Oh, man, that was a really really good feeling. Now I've learned, like, it's okay to pull forward and reposition yourself. This stuff is difficult, especially, like, you know, a narrow residential road, putting it into one side of a driveway with another car next to it. The place that I store this is really tight too. There's a crane truck on one side and the edge of the building on the other. So, man, that was a trial by fire, but I came through. Lowering unit oil. Mary helped me back in, and with her guidance, there's another boat behind us. I can't think of any more perfect fit in here than that.